All right, it is Friday night, and welcome to the show, everybody. I am your host, Axel1324.
And I'm DeathDealer M85.
And I'm Doggy Dog 420.
That's right, we got all the numbers here.
Yeah,
Guys,
yeah.
I apologize for not being on the screen. I am feeling under the weather. You can ask my castmates here. They saw me blowing my nose, sneezing, and coughing all at the same time.
But
Just
it's okay. We know you guys don't come here to see his face. We know you come to see mine.
That's right. We're gonna keep the show focused. Is
It's
what we're
not
gonna do.
conceited if you're convinced. I'm just saying.
yeah, I'll just go ahead and I'll just get rid of me to you, and then there we go. Now we,
No,
yeah,
let's
there
just
we go.
get straight to the show. No. But hey, guys, today's show is actually something we've been talking about for a few weeks, and that is we think we're going to need more than one of these shows. So we might do another one soon. But this is the best NES games of all time, according to us. Now, this is not the best games according to reviews or anything. It's best games that we remember playing as kids for the Nintendo Entertainment System, as most of us started on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Whoop whoop. That dealer, did you have an NES growing up? She muted.
Yep.
Oh, I am mute. Okay. Once per show. I got to do it every show, folks. If it's the first time, I mute myself every show at least once. Actually, it's funny that, I did have an NES growing up, which is really interesting considering they came out before I was actually born. But yeah, I had a lot. I actually had all the old consoles. I even had an Atari. My mom
Wow,
liked
that's
to play
awesome.
video games. Yeah, my mom was a gamer before we were born, and she just encouraged us to do it.
Awesome. Oh, hey. Oh, not that it's scheduled or anything. It says, "Hi, Dreadpool. Was smiling at Death Dealer's t-shirt. T-shirt on Boom. You are funny. All right, well, let's focus back here. Check out the t-shirt. Check out the mug. There's even a link here where you can get
Yeah.
it.
Here's the shirt. Hold on, let me get up a little bit so you can see it a little better. This is the shirt. It's got
Awesome.
my new logo, first one. This is just the first of many. And it even has my name on your shoulder.
Oh man, that's
And
cool.
it still says Dreadpool Gear in the back.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then I have a mug, which soon we'll be putting the decal on the back as well, because right now it's just on the front. But we did realize that not everyone's left-handed, so when they go to hold it in the right, they're going to be looking at it and not be able to show it. So we're going to put it on both sides shortly. So yeah, there's the links if you want them.
Oops, there we go. All right, yeah, absolutely. Be sure to show your support. Show her some love. Doggy, did you have an NES growing up?
Yes. Like Death Dealer was saying, my mom liked to game back in the day too. So we had a television, and yeah, so the NES was the first console that like we got as kids. Me and my brother, we got it for Christmas and Christmas of '88, I think. One of those, yeah, something like that. I don't think it was '87, my '87, '88, something like that. Yep. We had NES. We seemed like every single week we'd go to the mom and pop rental store, one of the many in town, and rent us a game or two every week. It seemed like, oh my gosh, I played so many games on the NES. Such a great system, so many great games that we're going to talk about today. So yeah, I love the NES.
Awesome. Sorry about that.
Okay.
I have to finish sneezing or coughing when I
Oh, I'm
mute
sorry. I
my
have to
mic.
talk just a little longer.
Yeah,
Most,
no,
yeah, most of the time I
it's gonna
talk
be
too
random.
much.
See what I mean? So, so yeah, I also had an NES. I got one for I believe it was my 8th birthday. Yeah, I was in 3rd grade. However old you are when you're in 3rd grade, I don't remember.
Yeah.
And I got one for my third when I was in 3rd grade. I got one for my birthday from my dad. But of course, it wasn't the first time I played the NES, as there was an arcade nearby where you could rent time on the NES, and that's the first time I ever experienced it.
Oh, that's cool.
But to have my own, man, what a game changer! Lots of more games. As Doggy said, now I could rent games instead of renting time. Make that money go a lot further. So yeah, let's check in with the iconic chat. See,
Wait, just real quick. I got a question. So am I the only one who's actually played on an Atari?
Oh, I played on Ataris, but we didn't have one. But it seemed like everybody else in town had one. You know what I'm saying? So, no, our parents just or
do
my
you
parents.
know how expensive an Atari was?
Oh, they were. Yeah.
No, I really don't.
They were
'cause
like
again, it came out.
$700, weren't they?
This thing came out like years before I was born, sir.
Let's see. The original Atari in like the 2600 in like 77 or 78 was $189.
$189.
And that is equivalent to around $1,000 today. We were just talking about that the other
$1,000.
day.
Are you
On
kidding
Retro.
me? No way.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
because at $189 in 77 or 78, they were charging $199 for the Super Nintendo in 1991. You know, like so, like almost 15 years later. You know, so yeah, they were charging a lot for that, but it was cool technology, like bringing the arcade home, you know, for the first time. So, yeah.
I mean, I played some Atari games, and I got to tell you, I was completely unimpressed. I was born too late.
Yeah,
to be an Atari
it's
kid.
like
So we're
Pac-Man
skipping
was
that
awful
part. But
on
this
there.
episode
Yeah.
is all about Nintendo love. But for right now, let's show our chat some love.
Yes.
Oh, it just made me laugh because I'm the youngest one here. And I'm the only one that owned an Atari. So I had to ask. I just needed to know.
She was the richest one here, is what she just said. She just called us poor on this podcast.
My
Poor
family
kids.
was not rich.
Wow. Wow, Death Dealer.
My mom had money before we were born, though. I'll give her that.
Yeah. Must be
Kids
nice.
make you broke.
Must be nice. I don't know what it's like to be born with money.
Well, we were born in the wrong time, sir. Since we've been alive, the economy's tanked numerous times. I think when I was probably around 14 to my early 20s was probably the best the economy was ever during my lifetime. Yeah.
When I was young, not as an adult, when we were children, we were so poor that we were literally homeless. I have literally been homeless in my lifetime. So, yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I don't know what it's like to be born rich there, Death Dealer. Way to rub it in to call me poor.
I'm sorry. I never realized how much. I never even knew how much they cost.
Yeah, you don't worry about cost when you're rich, obviously. I'm just messing with you, Death Dealer.
I got 5 brothers and sisters later on in life. We were not rich. Broke. So anyways, back to what we were saying.
Yeah, so let's check in with the chat. Let's see. Pixel Slapper typed in, looks at watch. Hey, we started right on time, sir. Shout out to Pixel Slapper. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. Let's see. Dreadpool, of course, joins us. Shout out to Dreadpool. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. I saw You're Wicked Hot joining us. Shout out to You're Wicked Hot. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP.
What's up, brother?
You're Wicked Hot also says, do you guys remember Adventure Island on the NES? I never played Adventure Island. I don't know what that is.
Adventure Island. Seems like I heard that name. I don't remember playing it, you know?
Yeah, I've heard it, but I've never played it.
Yeah. I'd have to see it being played. I might have played it, but like I said,
yeah, I'd have to see at least one of the boards, one of the first boards on it to see if.
Yeah.
I want to say, but no, I'm probably wrong, so I'm just going to be quiet.
And Pixel Slapper says, I'm a terrible lurker, everyone knows. And you know what? It's okay. If you guys are lurking on the show, we appreciate each and every one of you. Lurker. You're all the real MVP. We appreciate you, whether you interact with the chat or just sit back and listen. We appreciate you.
No, you're awesome, lurker. Thank you for
lurking.
Let's
see. Sir X-Men says, let's celebrate Laura Croft winning the award. That's right. Laura Croft got awarded the most iconic character award by the public. So, yeah, shout out to Laura Croft.
I figured, cool. I mean, good for her, but I kind of figured Mario or like Kirby.
No, Mario was second.
Well, that makes sense. At least he was up in the top 3.
Yeah. And let's see. Pixel Slapper says, I was taller when I was younger. Just saying. Wow. Yeah,
you do
actually,
shrink as you get
I do
older.
know what you're saying. It comes up on you. Yeah, I've lost maybe a quarter of an inch from my peak height, my peak army height.
And also, too, if you have back injuries, that'll start shrinking over time, too. unfortunately.
But you know what, guys? It's okay to be about it. It doesn't matter if you're a little bit shorter than you used to be. You know,
You're
Yeah.
still
it's not.
taller
It's
than
not. It's
others.
not about how tall you are. It's how you game, right, DeathDealer? Doesn't matter how many inches tall you are. It's about how your game is, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. As someone who is 5'4", yeah, no, size doesn't really, height doesn't matter. I've been able to take out people, guys, 3 times my size, so no, size doesn't matter.
There you go. You just gotta have that fighting spirit. DeathDealer, what have you been playing this week?
Well, since I didn't have a whole lot of time and energy, unfortunately, we had a death in the family.
Oh, sorry.
It wasn't unexpected, so it's not too horrible. Don't feel too bad. We knew it was coming, unfortunately, so we had time to prepare ourselves. So, in order to deal with that in the stress of everything, I have resorted back to some of the old games, and of course, Dead Island is one of the games that makes me super happy all the time. So I've been playing Dead Island all week. The first one, not the second one. The second one kind of gets me agitated at times. So I've been playing the first one because the second one's harder. That's just
Oh
my
no.
opinion.
Oh,
I don't mind it. It's just when I'm trying to relax and stuff, I want to just go slice and dice and run some zombies over it. Also, not many people know this, but I'm going to let you know now. In the Dead Island first game, you can get awards or accomplishments on the Xbox for running over 500, 1,000, 2,000, and so on and so forth zombies in a car. So if you can just get in a vehicle and drive around, just run zombies over, you can get achievements. You're welcome.
Yeah, I bet you I grinded that one out whenever I was playing it.
Oh,
I probably saw that and just said, yeah, that's
hey,
a
man,
fun achievement. Yeah.
I didn't even know it was an achievement. It came up a couple times. I was like, wait a minute, what? I can get X points with just running them over?
Yes. Those are fun achievements right there.
But so, what have you
Huggy.
been playing, doggy?
Yeah.
Let's see. I finished up Mass Effect 2. What a great game. But if you played it, I'm sure I don't have to tell you that. You know, it's my man Jago told me I need to play that trilogy, and I'm so glad he did. I played the demo for Stella Yams. Not the whole demo. I started playing it. I played about an hour and a half of it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Was
I
it
think it's gonna be a big.
Yamtastic?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The yams are some nice sweet potatoes, I'm telling you. Um, Dragon's Dogma 2. I started that. I think it was last night. I started that. I think it was last night. Yeah, I started. Played about an hour and a half. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I'll keep going with that or not. It's just, there's gonna be so much. I don't know if I think it's gonna be too much game for me. Too much there. So we'll see. We'll see. I have to send it back to GameFly, so they'll send me Stella Yams whenever it comes out. So I'm trying to play as much of it as I can. Send it back. If I like it, I'll buy it and keep playing. If not, then I won't. And Super Double Dragon. I had to use up some of my rewards money before it expired, and I saw Super Double Dragon on there. Awesome game on the Super Nintendo, and they had that just recently released on Xbox, so I bought that and I played that and had a great time. Can't go wrong with Double Dragon.
Awesome. Okay, so I haven't had a lot of time to play this week. I played like 45 minutes of Halo Wars 2 and like 45 minutes of Unicorn Overlord this week, and that's about it. Like, I've just been focused on resting and feeling better this week, and that just involves not concentrating, just laying down and relaxing as much as I can, watching TV. Watching TV is more relaxing to me than gaming, as I don't have to concentrate when I watch TV. I just enjoy the program.
And if you put on a reality TV show, you can just absolutely not even have to worry about a plot because those people are
right. Yeah.
Stop right while I'm ahead.
No,
I
haven't been into reality TV in a long time. I think the last reality TV show I've seen was America's Got Talent, I think.
Oh yeah, I used to love watching that show. I haven't watched it forever.
Consider that a reality show. I consider that more of a talent contest.
It's reality.
Yeah, I give it to him. I love that show. That was cool.
I thought you were gonna say like Jersey Shore and be like that was trash TV at its prime. And while
yeah.
like I won't watch the family reunion, the Jersey Shore family
No, I think got
reunion.
that stuff back on, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah, they have it back
Yeah.
on now, but it's not as entertaining as when they were trashy young adults. Like that was much more entertaining because now they're just semi trashy adults who do nothing but argue and drink. It's like
Yeah.
it was cute and funny when you guys were younger. It's not entertaining when you guys are almost 40
T-shirt
or gonna be late
time.
40.
Yeah, I could just go to the bar and watch people drink and argue. I mean, or you need
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Impractical Jokers count as reality TV? Because I love them too.
I would give a D on that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that's reality-ish, yeah.
All right. Well, let's get back on topic here. Let's get started with our best NES games of all time. Sorry if I don't have a lot of energy, guys. I am like super sore on my throat. All right. Death Dealer, start us off.
Okay, give me 1 second because I can't remember what my first pick was now that I've been sitting here goofing off, not thinking about it. Okay. Kirby's Adventure. That is an amazing game, in my opinion. It was one of the first Kirby games. So, how can you not? I mean, look at him. He's so cute. I always found it weird that he like sucks stuff in and then blows it back out. As I've gotten older, I've realized that might be a bit odd. The game is always fun. I mean, look at him. He's so cute. And the games since have been pretty cute and fun. So, I'm glad Kirby was made. I'm glad people liked him, and I'm glad they still make them.
Yeah. He's still a fan favorite.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I do
saw-
love me some Kirby, especially on Smash Bros.
I saw
Mhm.
Cyber Gunter at PAX East, and they had a Kirby mascot guy there. You know, like the Disney World guys. You know what I'm saying? And he was giving him a big hug. I love Kirby. But yeah, that's an awesome pick. As for me, we might have ran into this like a time or two or something, but I really don't remember much about Kirby. I'm so sorry. You know, I'm probably the only person that would say that, but I just watching this gameplay, I don't really remember much of it. I mean, I'm sure like it was a big release. I'm sure I tried it, but I really cannot remember much about Kirby. So I'm gonna have to pass this to my man Axel and see if he can save me.
A game Doggy may or may not have played.
Right,
What a
yeah.
surprise.
I
There's
know,
so many
man.
games you may or may not have played them. Fantastic. So I actually didn't know who Kirby was until Super Smash Bros.
Oh,
So like Kirby did not exist all through the NES or SNES like saga in my head. I didn't know he was a character, right? And then once I found him on Smash Bros, I was curious, and I ended up getting like Kirby's Dream Land,
oh yeah.
Kirby's Epic Yarn on the Wii. I got the one that's now on the Switch. I forget what it's called. They had one that was like Kirby's Robots or something like that. That was awesome. Like Kirby's like his power-ups just change every game the way he does things. So even though he swallows stuff, but his transformations, like it used to be just take the power, and now it's like full transformations, and I totally love it. And it all started here. So even though I may not have heard of him back in the NES days, it obviously was important enough to launch him into his own franchises many, 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 many decades later, 30 years later.
Yeah.
So great pick, Death Dealer. Love it.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's got a
Love
claw
it.
machine in it too. You can't beat that.
That's right. Let's see. Prey Grasso joins us. Shout out to Prey Grasso. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
And Pixel Slapper says, to be fair, I was a Sega dude. Oh, we talked about Sega, but we might have to bring it up again.
Yeah, we'll run back through the systems again. I mean,
Yeah, why
it's all
not?
good.
Why not? All right. I'm going to try to talk through this without stopping, but I make absolutely zero promises.
It's all good.
My first game that I'm going to talk about is Double Dragon 2 on the NES. I remember playing this game with my little brother and my cousin, strangers. like straight up strangers. That's how, in the arcade because it was also in the arcade. But the NES version was awesome, especially like if you figured out how to do the knee kicks, you were invincible if you knew how to do the knee kicks. And every boss was like this, just completely unfair. You
Ah,
know,
yeah.
yeah. And then he would disappear. I hated this guy. But I remember this game. It was hard as hell. It was like a Souls-like game. Um, and I remember I never beat this game fair and square. I ended up having to use the genie, the uh, the game genie, to end up beating it to finally win. And yeah, this game was so much fun. I just cannot get over it. I especially love how the game starts in the arcade. You know, when they're just walking around with the girlfriend. The whole point of the game is to rescue Billy's girlfriend, right? And so the girlfriend, you know, like she's just chilling there, and here comes the gangsters, and they punch her right in the baby maker. And then
Right.
Billy comes and is saving her. And in my head, I'm like, what the how did they punch her right in front of you? You didn't do much, you know? Like like I feel that Billy was like, guys, my girlfriend's pregnant. Can you punch her right in the baby maker? You know? But I just remember playing this game. I remember just hitting the A and B at the same time to do the spin kick. That was my favorite move of all time. The spin kick and the knees. If you could do the knees, I'm telling you, the knees were more powerful than the spin kick. So, yeah, this game was totally fun. Lots of fun. Nothing but fantastic memories here on Double Dragon, of course. DeathDealer, Double Dragon.
Never played it. I don't even think I've ever heard of this one, to be honest. So I got nothing. I don't know how I missed it, but I did. Sorry. It's a game I haven't played.
But I mean, look at this. I mean, they got the gender equality here, right? Equal. What is it? Equal fist. What is it? Something. Equal rights, equal fights. I mean, they're beating up
Hey
everybody.
man, I'm all for it. I mean, these hands are rated E for everybody, so hey.
I wonder what this game was rated, but yeah, they didn't care what you were. You were getting beat up by these two dudes. Yeah, I love this game. It was so much fun. Doggy.
Oh man, just watching this gameplay just brings back awesome memories. We've rented this game a million times. Me and my brother played it so much. Yeah, you're right. I think this was like the toughest of the three on the Nintendo. And you're right. Yeah, you had to do that spin and kick, and yeah, those knees or whatever. You had to do that. You couldn't just punch your way through this one, and you had to. And yeah, it was cheap. It was tough, but man, was it so fun and so addictive. I love playing this. I can't remember if we beat this or not. I'd have to like see the last level and be like, oh yeah, okay, I remember that. But either way, it doesn't matter. It was so much fun. I love the Double Dragon.
My favorite part of this was to punch right, you would hit the A button.
Right.
To punch left, you would hit the B button.
Yep.
There was no dedicated jump button. Like if you wanted to jump, you would have to push both buttons. If you wanted to do the spin kick, you had to mash the two A and B. And if you wanted to do the knee, you had to like land, and from your land do like a timed
that knee was tough
punch
to
do the knees. And it was hard. It was a lot. It was very difficult. So yeah. Let's see. I'm sorry, guys.
It's all good. No, it's a great pick. Great pick. Like I said, just watch that gameplay brings back such good memories. I love Double Dragon. So great pick. As always, Axel.
Let's see. Pixel Slapper says Kirby's teddies is a profit. Yes. And Prey does say that she's getting anxious. It's only 2 weeks. Let's see. Sir X-Men says Contra and Rygar are his favorite. Hey, you know, the Contra collection is on sale for like $4 on the Xbox shop right now.
Oh yeah,
you can get
that.
some like 10 Contra games.
It'll frustrate you big time, but yeah, it's a good collection. I love that collection.
Yes.
But it's tough. Man.
Yeah, absolutely. It is tough.
Yeah.
And shout out to Cyber Gunther. Thank you so much for joining us. Cyber Gunther, you are the real MVP. We appreciate you.
What's up, brother?
So yeah.
Oh yeah, even this part was tough.
I loved all these levels, man.
Yeah. Yep, great pick.
Yes. Doggy, what's your first pick?
Okay, I'm going to go with I got Dragon. I got some Dragon too, man. I got Dragon Warrior. Dragon Warrior on the NES. This was the first JRPG I ever played. I mean, heck, it was probably one of the first 4 consoles in the U.S. When I got this game, I got it with a subscription to Nintendo Power. If you got a 2-year subscription to Nintendo Power, they sent you this game, and they sent you like a little strategy guide and this little card that showed the levels and how many experience points it took and how many and what you would get, like magic spells you'd learn, and it had a big overworld map that showed you where the monsters were and just the whole overworld map, and it had a dungeon map. It was the coolest thing ever. It just made you want to dive into this game. But yeah, they did that because the JRPG was so niche, and that made this game popular, and it kind of set the stage for JRPGs. Actually, games like Final Fantasy and stuff. But in this game, you just play as one single guy. You got no party. It's just you. Can't remember if he had a name or not, or if you just named him. And you always just face one enemy at a time. And, you got just the normal. You're trying to save the kingdom from the evil dragon lord and save the princess. You got the normal kind of stuff. But this game, you had to be patient. You had to grind your levels. If you tried to cross over the bridge, as they warned you in town, if you tried to cross over the bridge before you were leveled up enough, they were going to kick your butt. And that's what they would do. So this game, I just love the grinding of it. Like I said, it's just the first time I'd ever played anything like this, going to different towns, talking to NPCs or whatever you call it, just people in the towns, figuring out where to go next, going into these cool dungeons and figuring stuff out, just all that. It's just some of the best music back in the day on the NES. I think this was on my NES, best music. I just, like I said, I completed this game so many times. I have it on my phone, and they have a version of it on the Switch. I almost bought it one time, but I just don't have enough time to play through stuff like this again. But man, I love this game so much. It fueled my love for stuff like Final Fantasy and so many great RPGs that I played over the time. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say. This game was great. I loved it so much. So, and if you haven't ever played it, pick it up on the Switch. Give it a try. I'm telling you, it's fun.
Awesome. DeathDealer.
This is another one I didn't play. I guess we missed quite a few games back then. Yeah, because I don't recognize this one. Oh, however, it does look similar to a few other games. So, but I don't think I did. I'm going to go with no. It's been so long that I'm going to say no.
Yeah. I have never played a Dragon Warrior, Dragon Quest game ever.
Really?
That's not anybody's fault. It's just it's a series that I've avoided, as I've told myself I can't play every game under the sun, so this is one of the ones that's going to suffer. But Doggy has talked about this one so much that I have actually watched the gameplay of this one a lot now. And even if I don't play it, I think I'm just going to watch someone play it just to say, you know what? I watched someone play it.
Oh, man, I
yeah.
love this game. Man.
Yeah, great pick.
It just reminds me of the fun summers just going through. You had, just like you had all the time in the world, and just walking around and grinding didn't matter at all. It was just mindless, and it's so much fun. So I was easy to please. I was an easy to please guy, so I could walk around just fighting monsters. So thou hast defeated the enemy. I love that. I love how they use the
thou hast defeated the enemy.
Old English language or whatever they call that. I can't remember what that. Thou hast. What is that?
Old English. You're right.
Yeah. Okay.
Thou hasteth. Yeah.
But it was so fun with that stuff that it came with the Nintendo Power. Was so fun. I loved that extra stuff. It just made you understand the game more. You know what I'm saying? Because this game was tough, man. I mean, so it gave you a little bit of hand holding, if you would, kind of let you know where some stuff was at. So either way, good stuff. I'll quit rambling.
Great pick, Doggy.
Thank you, brother.
All right. Let's check in with the chat real quick. My first pick is always my nose. Hey, you know what, man? I feel like I'm feeling it right now. Yeah.
Let's
see. Pixel Slapper says, I'm sold. Sign me up, Doggy.
Oh yeah, brother. Oh yeah, you'd love it. I'm telling you. If you love it, JRPGs, you'd appreciate this. I'm telling you.
And he says, farming is the greatest journey if needed. Absolutely. Sometimes grinding is great.
And just the simplicity of just having the one person in your party and that's it. I don't know. I kind of appreciated that too.
Yes. Let's see. And Fastback, shout out to Fastback.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for
Fastback.
joining us, Fastback. You are the real MVP. We appreciate you being here and stopping by, making time in the day for us.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. Great. Let's see. Let me pull this off for a minute here. And guys, there is no intermission time today as I am not feeling well and I'm trying to get this podcast through quickly, so I apologize for that. But again, guys, let us know what your favorite NES games are. We love to hear what you guys have to say.
Oh, yeah.
We really appreciate each and every one of you. Absolutely. DeathDealer, what is your next pick?
My next pick is, you guys are gonna love this, Duck Hunt. I talked about this game before. Love this game. I think this is probably one of the first games I played as a kid, believe it or not. And I have to say, I would always hope that they would redo this game because it was just so mind-numbingly fun. All you got to do is point your little, because it used to come with a gun controller that was actually shaped like a giant Nintendo hand pistol.
The Zapper.
Yeah, I loved that thing. And I always hope they would like bring it back and like release like maybe even, I would even take like a purse size, little handgun to play this game.
Right, yeah.
I just want the little gun to shoot it again because that was like so fun.
I remember the sound of the trigger too. It was so dong dong. It had such a hardcore spring in it.
Yeah. Oh, I loved it. And then if you miss the dog coming up and oh my God, he used to irritate me with that.
I gotta ask you, DeathDealer. Did you, or how far did you stand away from the screen? And did you ever just put the darn gun up against the screen? And I mean, like,
when I would get to the real hard, like the further along it went, and the more of the ducks, I would get close. But you got to remember, this was also too the wires weren't that long to begin with, so you weren't really sitting that far back anyway. Even if you wanted to, you weren't sitting on the couch. You had to sit on the floor to play video. I don't think I ever sat. I don't think it was years until I was able to like sit on a piece of furniture and play a game because the controllers finally reached.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I would get closer to them as it would get harder. And I do believe at one point my mom yelled at me because, of course, if you were raised back then, you would hear all the time of, "Don't stand so close to the TV. You're going to go blind that way. Your eyesight's going to be ruined." Like right, like here, the TV be right there. And you're just like, so yeah, I'd get close.
Oh yeah, clay shooting. I forgot about clay shooting.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot all about that being on there.
Oh
yeah, how could you go wrong with this? This was so fun. About the only thing that was wrong with this game is you couldn't put a bullet through that dog when he laughed at you.
Right?
You could never shoot the dog. It never worked. So stupid dog laughing at me when I missed, man. Come on. But other than that, yeah, this game was a blast. Yeah, even the clay shoot was fun. I forgot that was on there. So now you couldn't go wrong. I think Fastback says a perfect first game to have with Mario on there, So yeah, great pick. So much fun. We need another one. Give us another one, please.
We want another one.
With an awesome gun.
Yeah.
For the next week, we need you guys to bother Nintendo or somebody and just be like, listen, we need you to re-release this. We'll take a baby pistol. We'll take a little baby pistol to play with. I don't care if they want to release it on the Switch and give me the world's smallest pistol. I just want to play the game again and be able to shoot because
Yeah. I don't even know if they make those. I don't know if those light guns even work with these TVs now.
They don't.
That's the whole problem.
No, you need a CRT.
No.
So
you need a
that's the
CRT.
unfortunate part of it. But if there was some way, give us this game again. Just
Yeah.
You know, come out with a CRT again. We'll take
The
that.
only way I ever beat this game was I put it on. My dad ended up getting a shop TV, which was his workshop TV.
Uh-huh.
It was like one of those long tube TVs that was only like 7 inches big. You know, you remember those?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And so I hooked up my Nintendo to it one day, and I stood so close to it because like the gun covered the whole screen.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I would just shoot in the middle and I would hit a duck every time. And I'm like, yes, this is the duck hunt TV, the little one.
Yes.
It's the only way it worked.
Oh, were most TVs small back then compared to what we have today? Like I remember our big TV in the living room was, oh gosh, have now.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, not even a question, man. Not even.
I mean,
a
the
question.
screen was smaller. Let's be honest. The backs were huge.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
could fix
let's-
that. That's also why.
Let's check in with the chat real quick. Fastback says Tecmo Bowl and Zelda were his favorite games.
Oh, Tecmo Bowl, yeah.
He says karate. Oh, I remember that one. Karate. Yep.
Karate.
Yes. Pixel Slapper says the official fishing rod of Sega was the most underrated peripheral ever. Simple facts. I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yeah, I forgot about that thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that thing too.
Duck Hunt was a great first game with Mario when he first got an NES. Yeah. It was great.
Yeah.
You got 2 for 1.
Yep.
Now you don't get anything.
That's fun. Yeah.
Let's see. Fastback says Nightshade is a gem. Doggy, can you keep reading?
Yep.
Or DeathDealer, whoever.
Yeah. Yep. And okay. Pixel Slapper says the Fat controller on Athlete Kings discuss 2 great peripherals.
I'm not sure what that is. The Fat controller on Athlete King.
I'm not.
I think that's a Dreamcast thing.
It's like pretty hot and thing, but
Yeah.
controller
Yeah,
was there one of those? I'm confused.
I don't think it was for the NES. I don't think it was for the NES.
I don't remember ever hearing about a Fat PHAT, pretty hot and tipped. That was a thing. That was a yeah.
I don't even know if PHAT was even a thing back in the 80s, huh?
No,
Yeah,
that
they
wasn't
used that
even really a
mon-
thing. It was like
whatever
the
those-
late '90s when that, in the early 2000s when that came
Yeah.
out. Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Cyber Gunther, don't get close to the TV. Yeah. We all said that. We all got told that. Sir X-Man, I miss the light gun games. Us too. We do too. Fastback says Double Dribble was great.
Yep.
It was
I
the
like
basketball game, yeah.
Yeah, basketball game.
That.
Yep.
I
Like
do
Konami.
remember that one.
Yep, that was fun. Fun game. Me and my brother played each other that a ton too. Yep.
Oh.
Papa Woody!
Hi!
Hello, bro. What is up? Also up here a little bit earlier, we had Sir X-Man. He said Contra and Rygar were his favorites for the
Yeah, we caught that. We told him that
okay.
the Contra collection was on sale. And shout out to
that's
Papa
right.
Woody.
Sorry.
Thank you so much
Yeah,
for joining
shut
us.
up.
You are the real MVP. Yeah. Whoops, wrong button. Okay, again, I'm going to try to get through this in one shot, guys, but I make absolutely zero promises.
It's all good. That's all good.
So the next game that I'm going to bring up is probably the game I spent the most time trying to get good at when I was young. Like, if you want to know why I love hard games, this is probably one of the reasons why. Not the complete reason, but definitely one of the reasons. And that is none other than the first game to introduce cutscenes into video games, none other than Tecmo's Ninja Gaiden, baby. If you weren't good at this game, you weren't good at games at all. Trust me, you needed to have the reaction of a ninja to beat this game. You couldn't kill everybody. You didn't have to kill everybody. And if you didn't get it right, you got it wrong. And of course, it introduced cutscenes. I mean, look at this cutscene, guys. I mean, back in the old NES days with this song. I mean, come on.
Most of those games sounded the same to me. The soundtracks and a lot of them.
Oh, and the soundtrack. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, the
man.
soundtrack was definitely another reason to get into this game. Probably another reason why I
Right.
appreciate music and video games so much.
I was about to say it makes perfect sense now that I'm sitting here thinking about it as to why we spent the early 2000s and the late 90s insisting on listening to electronic techno and all of that. Makes
Yep.
perfect sense now that we think about it.
Yes. So I actually let me think. Who was the last boss? No, I got all the way to the last boss on this game. I could get there all without cheating, but that last boss, it pissed me off because if you died like in other levels, if you died right at the last before the boss, you would start like in the middle of the level or right before the boss. But on that last boss, if you died, like you had 3 lives, right? And you when you're young, you use all 3 lives. Unlimited continues, by the way. You use all 3 lives to get to that boss. You have like a quarter of a life left. You got 1 life and a quarter health left, and you die, and you restart the whole level at the very end. That made me so angry when I was young. like I was like, that is so cheating. They're cheating, like that. Of course, I thought they were cheating, right? Um, but yeah, I just remember that the 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 bosses were the main point. And then I read an issue of, I think at the time it was called Pro Gamer or something like that. It wasn't Nintendo Power, where they said the spinning sword was the most effective against bosses, and I tried it and it basically one shot every boss in this game. Like one shot them. So I made it a point to play like this guy's playing to try to get there with this power up. Because 1 or 2 shots with this, every boss was deleted. And I just remember having such a good time with this. Every piece of music was amazing. Every level was incredible. If you okay, so he's gonna go to the boss, right? And look, he's just gonna one shot him. Oh, these guys! If you don't kill these guys right away, you're gonna do bad. See, look at that! One shot. Yeah, and those guys would take forever because if you weren't hitting the right one, it wouldn't do anything. So yeah, fantastic game. Lots of great memories with this game, and it's probably one of the reasons why I love Soul games so much and Ninja games so much, because it just brings back the rage memories that I did that I had when I was younger. DeathDealer, did you ever play Ninja Gaiden?
I did. And you're probably not about to like what I'm about to say.
Oh, let me hear it.
I hated this game. It was so difficult. It was, I was horrible at this game. I don't think I made it like past 2 levels, and I went, nope, I'm done. I don't want to touch this game ever again. It was more aggravating to me than the original Mario, where you had no saves. Because I couldn't even get through the level without dying. Usually, it was just, this was not a game for me. No, I despised this game. I did play it, didn't like it. I do remember that. No. Sorry.
You just gotta dedicate. I love that Ninja Gaiden 2, Ninja Gaiden 3, Ninja Gaiden on the Xbox, the OG Ninja Gaiden Black. All of those have been difficult, except for Ninja Gaiden 3. Ninja Gaiden 3, on the 360 was super easy. But other. Sorry, not the 360, on the Xbox One was super easy. I was very sad about that.
Oh yeah, Xbox One.
But in my defense, though, too, I think really the only Ninja games I've ever really enjoyed have been like the Assassin's Creeds, to be honest. So
if you think the Assassin's Creed is a ninja, you've got the wrong idea of a ninja.
Well,
and remember, guys, in the 90s when this game came out, like there was ninja fever in America.
Right?
I
was going to say that. Yeah.
Three Ninja Turtles.
Right.
Power Rangers.
Ninja movies, Ninja Assassins, stuff like that. Like Ninja Fever was through the roof.
Karate and stuff. So I mean, Power Rangers could kind of be considered along that aspect too.
Yeah, even Power Rangers had like a whole ninja series.
Oh yeah, and
Side
the
art to 'em.
they kept doing those series, and I think as they went more along, they got kind of more martial arts infused.
Yeah.
But yeah, big craze. And also, guys, back then, if you guys didn't play on the Nintendo, there was no saving option, there was no continue option. You died, that was it. It was game over, and you had to start from the beginning.
Yeah. This is the hardest level right here for me. Like there's a spot in this level where you have to be perfect time and you get one shot at it. If you mess it up, you're not gonna go better. Like it's just not gonna go good for you. You have one shot to get through it somewhere in this level. I just remember like in my head I was like, there's only one way through this. Why can't I get it? And I just remember I was like, this game just wants to kill me. But yeah, I remember this level too. Doggy Ninja Gaiden on the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Oh yeah, it's another one we rented a million times. Like you said, like ninjas were just popular back then, and this game was too. This game was just a cool game to play. Unfortunately, it was super hard and very frustrating. So I'm just sure we never beat this bad boy. I don't even remember this level. I don't believe.
Oh, by the way, this is the spot I'm talking about. Like,
yeah,
look at that. That's some BS.
Right. Man, it's been so long since I played. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, I know we didn't beat this. This game was tough. And yes, I'm not a real gamer. We all know that. We already went over that. So that's, that's kind of how it goes. No, but no, but what a great game. Like I said, we rented this a million times. This was just another one of those ones. It was just fun to play, whether you could beat it or not, just good times. So just play it for a weekend, get your butt whooped, and move on. And it's a great pick. You know what I'm saying? It's a great series. They had the first 3 games on Nintendo. Great trilogy. So
absolutely loved it. Loved all of it. Let's check in with the chat. DeathDealer, can you do the reading?
Sure. Okay.
Here we go. Let's start here.
Okay. Fastback says Blades of Steel.
Oh man, I love that game. Me and my brother would rent that all the time. We loved that game. That was perfect sports game. Blades of Steel.
And Cyber Gunther says, "Man, the spring on Xbox has been good to me. Good games on there right now." I haven't heard of Man of Spring. I'll have to check it out. Fastback says Metal Gear. Metal Gear wasn't on the end. It didn't come out until way later.
Oh no, there was a Metal Gear on there. I don't think I don't think I ever played Metal Gear on Nintendo.
I'm confused. I thought the first Metal Gear was way later on the Xbox.
Yeah, no, there was the first
You
one
learned
was
something
on
new.
Nintendo.
Well, you taught me something, Fastback. Look at that. I would have been playing Metal Gear back then if I known it existed. Although I don't know if I would have been allowed to play it either. My mom lost her mind when she found out what that one game was. Sir X-Men says, Axel, talk to Dr. Mario.
There you go.
He got a pill for you.
That's right.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And Fastback says again, yep, Cyber Gunther picked up Castlevania Collection. Nice.
That's another awesome.
I was literally looking at that earlier today.
How much is that one? Is it only $5?
It's under $5. It's like $3.99 or something.
Yeah, that one's awesome. I got the 1,000 out of 1,000 on that one. That one's fun, man. Yeah.
I think I already have them. I think I already have the newer one. Well, not the new, but you know what I mean. I think I got them again a while back. Dreadpool surprised me with them because he's like, I know you like these.
Right, yeah. I picked that one up the day it came. I couldn't wait. Like I was sitting in the store waiting for it to come out because it was like on a weekday in the summer, and that's like when I quit at that one job and I had like 4 months of freedom and stuff, and that's I couldn't wait for that game to come out. Castlevania Collection.
Fastback coming back with another one. Shadowgate. Nice. I don't think
never heard of her.
Yeah, I don't know her. Don't know her. Sorry. Wait, hold on. Don't know her. Sorry. And he said, of course, Fastback says, of course, Mega Man, Santra, Double Dragon, and Commando. Well, yeah, who doesn't like Mega Man? I mean, that
I
game was,
didn't know about Commando. That one's new.
Oh, really?
I've never heard of that game.
I don't know.
There was, oh my gosh, yeah. There's so many games on the NES. I mean, just like Metal Gear, you know. Like,
Also,
you know,
if you weren't checking to see what was new to be rented, you missed a lot of games unless they like really went out with advertisement. Advertisement is not the same now as it was back then. You didn't really hear about a lot of things
Right.
until after the fact.
Back then, nobody
So-
complained about difficulty, though, either.
That's
Nope.
true.
Nope.
That's true. Pixel Slapper says difficulty is a turn off. That's fair.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Even to this
Get
day,
good. Get good, scrubs.
I start getting pissed. I'm out skis.
And Sir Excellent says that's why I always say these new generation gamers do not understand how hard these games were back then. Yeah, I have had this conversation with my child a couple of times because she's like, listen, girlfriend, you get a continuance right from the spot where you died.
Right.
Figure it out. I don't care if you get to die 50 times before you win.
Even if they bring these old games out on new systems, even just like the like that Castlevania collection, you could like they got save states, like so you could
Go back to your
pause,
last
save
save
it,
spot.
and then like if you mess up, just go back and load it and just do it again, you know. So yeah, that wasn't there then. Like you said earlier in the show, you die, you start over, man. There's none of these quality of life like they got now.
Yeah.
Oh, Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles, yeah.
Yeah, that was a great game.
Yeah. TMNT2 or the arcade game. Oh my gosh. We played that millions of times, it seems like, man. And the first one was cool too, but it was just a little weird, you know. The first one was that was pretty tough too, that first Turtles game.
Well, he loves when Doggy knows a game.
No game.
It's very rare around here that he knows.
Right,
the
yeah.
games. It seems to be the older games he knows more about than the
Yeah,
newer
give me the retro. Give me the retro. I got like the older brain, you know, so.
Yeah.
I'm
Fantastic,
surprised you
guys.
can
Shout out
still
to the
remember
chat. Thank you so
some of this.
much.
Oh yeah,
I
chat,
feel
you're
like
awesome.
I've killed so many brain cells over the years.
Yeah, I'm surprised I even remember some of the stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
For so many brain cells. I mean, gosh.
All right. Doggy, what is your game you want to talk to us about?
All right. Man, it was such a tough decision to pick games. Like, I got like a whole list I wrote down I could pick. But, gotta go with the original Zelda here. The Legend of Zelda. What can I say, man? Like,
Show us again.
oh, yeah. I don't even know what this came with. I'm not sure what this tips and tactics, if this came with the game in the box.
Why don't you ship it to me and I'll let you know.
Yeah, you know, it had this like map you could open up, and you could put like the little labels on there if you wanted and stuff. You know, this was cool. This was awesome. You know, I told you tips and tactics and stuff. But anyway, I mean, how could you not love the first Zelda? To me, I'm not sure, you know, official, but to me, it was like the first open world type of game I played. I'll even give it the moniker maybe of a hack and slash, and I love hack and slash. Maybe this is where I love my hack and slash. You know.
Oh yeah.
But the gold cart. I mean, that was cool, right?
Yes.
This was the first game that you could like save your progress. You know, had the battery in there, and that was cool. You know, just like, of course, you could play this whole thing in one play. Or if you did, you were really bored. Yeah, I just loved. You know what would you like? I loved exploring, finding the cool weapons like the boomerang. Hold on just a second. Okay, I thought I heard somebody knocking. Okay. The top-down view was awesome. Exploring dungeons. I mean, like I said, I just don't know. If you haven't played this game, go play it. I shouldn't even have to explain to you. I mean, this game was just awesome. I played this game a million times. It was cool. You wouldn't have to play, like it wasn't linear. You didn't have to go to a certain dungeon first or anything. You could play through it. Some people actually played through this game and didn't even pick up the sword that you pick up at first. And he tells you it's going to be dangerous along the way. Take this or whatever he says. They don't even pick that up, and they beat the game without picking that up. I never did that, but more power to anybody. If you played through the second playthrough after you beat the game, it changed where the dungeons were at. It made the enemies harder. That was cool. And just you were pretty much on your own. There was no internet back then. Besides this book here, you just got it. You were just exploring this yourself, finding these secrets, using your candle to burn down bushes or move rocks and pushing rocks and find heart containers and finding, some puzzles like that. Or what was the Lost Woods? Anybody remember what the secret to get through the Lost Woods was? Was it northwest,
Wasn't
southwest?
it like 7 instructions, and if you didn't do them right, you would get lost?
No,
and
the
you could
first one.
perpetually get lost forever.
Right,
No,
yeah. The first one was
yeah.
like northwest, southwest, or something like that. Somebody told you, like in one of those little old man caves, they would tell you how to get through the Lost Woods. I think it's called Lost Woods, right? It's not Lost Forest. I can't even remember.
I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember if it's Lost Woods or Lost Forest. But man, there's just so much to explore. There was nothing like this at the time. And like I said, just all the way down from the cool looking gold card, it just drew you in. And besides Zelda 3, this is the pinnacle of the series right here, baby. So sorry, Axel, on the whole whatever those newest ones are. This one's better than that. You know it. You know it. No, I had so much fun with this. Played this so many times. Just watching this makes me want to go get me some Nintendo Online on my Switch. Makes me want to pick up my Switch and play it. And man, that's how great this is. So, no, Legend of Zelda. How can you go wrong?
Yes, go get that doorstop and play it. You Switch abuser.
No, I love this game, and how couldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. DeathDealer, The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, I played it. I don't think I ever actually played it once I played it obviously after I beat it, but I don't think I kept the game going to go back through it again. I would just restart from the beginning. I don't think I knew that you could do that. I'm not sure. I honestly don't remember. It's been so long. But I did enjoy the game. It was one of those that, you had to really pay attention to what people were saying. And like Doggy said, you couldn't go online to just see, oh, how do I get through here? The days when we had to figure it out.
Yeah,
right.
I believe games like this is what made those Prima strategy guides so popular. I don't know if Prima had a strategy guide for this or not, but
I don't. Yeah,
I never beat it because I never could find anything after the first dungeon.
Really?
I knew I had to find a glove, and someone was like, "Oh, it's under a rock. You just got to find the rock and blow it up. Go buy some bombs." So I would go and I would kill a bunch of bad guys, buy some bombs, blow up, put it next to every rock. Go kill more bad guys, buy some bombs, blow up every rock, and I just never found it. I never found the glove.
How did I? Yeah, I'm trying to think if maybe that was. I didn't think this tips and tactics really got that deep into that, but maybe I don't know how I found that either. I mean, besides I just played it, I could just spend hours and hours and hours just never just playing, and maybe I bought enough bombs and found out. But that's what it was. I mean, you really just. I guess you could have called the Nintendo tip line or whatever. I guess I never did that either. Like
I wasn't born rich. We just went over this.
My mom would have killed me if I called that thing, dude. It was probably like what, 3 minutes the first, or $3 the first minute, 99 cents each additional minute. Kids, get your parents' permission before you call.
We didn't.
Remember they always said that. I could see. That's what I'm saying. There was no handholding or nothing in this game. You were just given this open world. You walked up, a guy gave you a sword, said it's going to be dangerous, and that was it. It's just you're on your own. Go take care of business. So, still one of the greatest games. Still one of the greatest games.
Absolutely fantastic pick. I should actually. I've never beat this game. I probably should play it on my Switch, or I actually have my Nintendo still. Nintendo Switch Online with save states and all that good stuff,
Right, yeah.
And play it and finish it. Use some online guides. Use the power of the internet to beat it.
I remember the gambling game too. That was fun. Yes. Go in there and gamble. Okay, which one? I'm gonna say. Yeah, I was gonna say the one on the far right. Yeah, what are you doing? Okay. It's got no good.
Yeah. See, look at that. How are you supposed to know that without the power? Did you see what
Somebody
he just did?
somebody told you. No, wait a minute. No, I don't know how you would know that without. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, see, how are you supposed to know that without the power?
Right.
Continue playing until you get it right.
Right?
It's a secret to everybody.
I'm actually positive that when I did play this, yeah, I pretty much kept walking around trying to figure out what exactly I was supposed to do at times because yeah, they give you a lot of hints, but they don't give you everything, so you do have to figure a lot out.
Oh yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
I do remember spending way too much time trying to beat this game. That's probably why as soon as I had beat the game, I turned it right off and went, "We're done. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore."
Never playing this game ever again. Let's see. Let's check in with the chat. DeathDealer.
Yes, got it. Okay, and Fastback says, my brother and I would take turns playing certain games on NES. That's probably
Oh
smart.
yeah. Love doing that. Yep.
That's really smart.
Yep. If we couldn't play it together, we'd just take turns and watch each other play. Yep.
Yeah, we did the same thing. And Fastback again says, I have this on the handheld Zelda iWatch.
Ooh.
That's cool. That's
I didn't know
really
there was a
cool.
handheld Zelda iWatch.
I didn't know there was either. It's an iWatch? A Zelda iWatch? That's cool.
Yeah. Did they make those not too long ago, or is that like one of the ones they had like way back in the day? Didn't they have like? Or no, those were just little. Yeah, Fastback. How old is that? I'm kind of wondering.
If it's an iWatch, it's got. I'm assuming it's an.
I wonder if he
Apple
means the
Watch.
Game and Watch.
The gaming watch. Yeah, that's what. That's what he
Watch.
means. But I can't remember if they had those like back in the day. I thought I remember those. That's even what like the old Nintendo controller. Like they were trying to do something like that. Like, and then they ended up turning it into the Nintendo controller and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, with Game and Watch. Yeah. Let's see.
And Fastback says there were magazines.
Right. I'm thinking that's probably where I saw some of these tips. That might have been like some Nintendo Power tips or something, or like I said, this book might have had some little helpful tactics, if you will. So that probably helped me out. I thought this came with the game though. Like, does anybody else know who's watching in the chat? Did this come in the box with the game?
I'm almost positive that one did.
I think it did
That
too.
looks about the right size for the box.
Right. I think.
And they did usually come with some kind of small booklet with basic kind of directions and things, and also of course they would tell you like, don't blow into the cartridges, you'll ruin them. But
Yeah.
sometimes that's the only way you can get them to work.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'd rather that. How are we ruining it? If the game doesn't work unless I blow in it.
I think the map came with the game for sure. So if that has a map, maybe it did.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. It has this fold-out map, and
Of course, I bought my copy used, no map, no tips,
Right.
tactic.
But like DeathDealer said, it looks like about the right size as a Nintendo game box. So I'm sure this came with it because I don't know where else I would have got it. Like.
Yeah, it just makes sense because of the size of the booklet. It just seems like it would. I don't remember what came in the box anymore. Again, it's been way too long.
And I love this game so much. I probably read through this a bunch of times too, just getting all the lore and getting in my head. I just loved it. I loved exploring and stuff in games. It's just so fun to me. And this kind of game started it for me. That's why I love other games like this and RPGs and stuff. There's fun to explore. Oh, this part in the graveyard. These enemies were tough.
And shout out to Web Dave. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. He says, What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Games like this forced you to get good. The original Souls game at Axel. That's right. And you see, you didn't beat this one. In the good old days when guides weren't about. LOL. That's right. Yep. They weren't really.
We had to use our skills to play the games, or know someone who knew how to play the game.
Here he's doing that woods there. So he went northwest, south. He's gonna go west. Yep. And it'll do 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 do. There we go. Remember that sound? I even love that sound. Yeah.
Yeah, watch and play meant.
See, and he came back, so now he's going to have to do that same. Yeah, you have to walk the same way through there, or it'll just keep showing the same thing. Oh no, I am wrong. I guess once you pass it, then see, you found another little secret area. I think that's one of the dungeons.
Yes. All right. Great pick, doggy. Amazing game.
Yeah, still one of the
all-time
greatest.
goats.
Yeah.
Death Dealer, what is your last game that is you consider the best of the best on our first episode of the best NES games?
And I'm going to go with Castlevania 3, Dracula's Revenge. Gotta love the Castlevania games. I don't know too many people that didn't like the Castlevania games. They're still fairly popular, I'd say, today. I mean, they've re-released them at least twice now, I think, remastered. So, I mean, and like somebody said earlier, I can't remember who it was exactly, but they just bought the remasters of them. So,
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, that kind of proves my point that people still want them.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But it was a fun game. I mean, and of course, I've always been drawn to the Gothic style. And as soon as I heard it was Dracula's, yeah, I'm in on this one because I've liked the Castlevania games. They've always been fun and entertaining to me. So when the third one came out, yeah, I had to have it. I had to play it. I begged my mom for, I don't even remember how long, but I had. It's a great game, though. I mean, look at the graphics and the details. I genuinely don't remember. I really don't. Maybe not. I don't know. I really don't. I can't recall if I did or not. This might have been one where I kept dying at a certain point and went, nope, we're just going to let it go. Because I know there was one Castlevania game I never did finish because of that reason. It just got too hard to a point, and I went, yeah, we're not going to finish this one. And I don't remember if it was the second one or if it was this one.
They were all hard, so you could literally quit on any of them.
Oh, yeah, they were.
Like the fact that you gave up on Ninja Gaiden and not on this quick kill, instant death machine right here makes me...
I've always been, though, I mean... What can I say? There were only so many guys. So it's just like with movies, if you don't watch them, they don't want to. If you don't play them, nobody makes them.
And the soundtrack was amazing.
Oh, the music was.
Oh, jeez. Wow. Just listen to this. Listen to this, boys.
Yeah, play it.
Vampire Killer right there. And all its 8-bit glory.
And people complain about frames per second now.
Right, all right, yeah.
I'm one of them. Doggy, Castlevania 3.
He's one of those complainers. But anyway, oh, what a great pick. Just another one we rented a million times. I don't think we ever bought this. I think we just rented it so many times that we should have just bought it in the first place. Absolutely love this one. I was glad it went back. I mean, I had the wrong with Castlevania 2, but I was glad it kind of went back to its just main. It went back to its roots with the original Castlevania. It was just kind of back to that. Man, some of the levels in here were so memorable. I remember that clock tower level. That was so cool.
So cool. You mean so death?
Yeah, I thought, okay, whatever. But I just this one was a prequel to the original because you don't play as Simon or whatever in this. This is like Trevor, and you can go different ways through this game too, right? Like there's different ways to go through the game. Like it's not linearly. You can pick different ways, and you got these people that can help you out, little companions or whatever, and you switch to them by pressing select. So it was kind of cool. Alucard. I can't remember the name of the other two people that helped you, but they each had their own powers to help you out. So
the sorceress,
and there's a pirate.
And the pirate could hang on walls upside down, and you could traverse levels differently with each one.
Right. Yeah. And that was cool. I thought that was cool. Like I said, it wasn't completely linear. You could change the way you went through it, kind of like this map would be different if you went different ways. No, excellent pick.
Yeah, so see here, he went up instead of down.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, here's your clock tower level.
Yeah, there's the clock tower. There he goes. This was a frustrating level too. I mean, it got
super frustrating.
Yeah.
But you had to go through this level to unlock, was it the girl? And that's what turned the game into easy mode.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't remember if like, if you had to go certain ways to get different people. I don't think I'll remember that. Maybe when you say, I just remember a la carte because that was easy to, because that was Track's son. But yeah, man, you just couldn't go wrong with these Castlevania games. I loved them all, but this was probably my favorite of the ones on the NES. I love this one.
All right, here we go. Let's look. So there was Trevor C. Belmont.
That's
Sifa, that's her name.
Yep.
Sifa Belnades.
Okay,
Was the sorceress.
Yeah.
Grant Dynasty was the
Grant
pirate, and Alucard.
Okay, yeah, and Alucard. Yeah.
So there you go. What a great pick, DeathDealer.
Yes.
One of the goats. Way better than the first Castlevania. Way better than the second one. Way better than the second one.
Way better than the second one. Yeah.
Even though Castlevania 1 is how most of us got our Castlevania started, this one was like the culmination of it all. If you thought the first one was difficult, this one's even harder. But it's also more giving, because once you unlock Sifa, you can basically it's the easy mode because she has that ranged attack and she can attack up and down in all these ways. She has less health, but it doesn't matter in this game because you're just falling off ledges when you die anyway, not so much your health bar.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a fantastic game. I think it's one of the greatest of all time as well. Me and Doggy were talking, and I was going to add one of the Castlevanias in, and I'm like, you know what? I bet you DeathDealer's going to add a Castlevania, so I'm going to pick something else.
Right, yeah.
So I'm happy you picked this. Because it's an amazing game. It's a goat.
Yep. One of them I was going to pick too, so yep.
Great pick.
Yes. Always great picks, though, DeathDealer. You always got great picks.
Thank you. Fastback says,
At least I played this one, right? I played this one. Yeah!
Yes!
Give it to me. Give it up for me right here.
Yay! Go Doggy.
If Fastback says,
Thank
the Castlevania collection has rewind and saving.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the only way that I got the 1,000 on that thing. Because
I'll have to see if
some...
one I have has that. I don't remember if it does or
Triple,
not.
make sure you get this for her. It's $9.99.
$9.99 is worth every penny.
Well, I think he already bought me the one a while back, but I'm not sure with the rewind.
No, it's probably this. If it's Castlevania collection, it has it. Yep, it's this. It'll have the rewind and save states and all that good stuff. Yeah, takes the frustration level out of it if need be.
Yeah. Yes, I'll have to get on that later this week.
About didn't make it there. Oh, watch out.
Paxos Left says, I'm a virgin on Castlevania. We're going to have to fix that.
Oh.
You're going to have to fix that. You're going to need to get on some Castlevania. You'll like it. Maybe.
You have to whip you into shape.
It'd be entertaining for a while at least.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this man. Castlevania is on. Oh, and we got something good about. Okay.
Axel, like Mike, is a frame snob. Fastback's calling you
Oh,
out.
he is. He is a frame snob. Me, I mean, 60's cool. I mean, I'm cool. You know, I'd rather stuff be in 60, but 30's, 30's fine. You know, I mean, I can, I can see where people are coming from. I remember when that in the Series X and the PlayStation 5 is, oh yeah, we're gonna hit 60. That's our goal. You know, every game should be 60, and that's just not the deal. But
yeah, they promised the 60. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean they did. Yeah, they promised. So that's. I mean, so I see why people are upset. So I understand. Ghosts and Goblins. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I have that one on both my Nintendo and my Genesis. I have not beat either one. That is a
Yeah.
hard game.
Yeah, I have that on a couple of these arcades. Yeah. It's roof.
Brutal. Shout out to Jago Kukin. Thank you so much for joining us,
brother.
Jago. You are the real MVP.
Some fights here in a little bit. I can't wait.
So DeathDealer gets a thumbs up for me. Yes. And
Oh, Django says, DeathDealer, sit, sweetie. Hi, my dear. And Jago is coming back with Doggy's favorite wrestler is Bill Goldberg. He told me Tuesday. Don't tell him.
We are, yeah. Actually, I don't know if you heard me too. Yeah, no, I was complaining in the green room before the show about Goldberg because we saw that paper champ piping his name through the speakers. Goldberg. Nobody in the crowd was chanting or anything, but it just sounds like the whole 80,000 people are chanting Goldberg. That's crazy, but nobody's mouth's moving because they piping it through the speakers. The guy won 30 matches a week. You know, I mean, come on. He is the biggest paper champ. He's a punk. Bring him on. Goldberg, I'll take you down. You're next, boy. No, but I hate Goldberg. Yeah, he's fun.
And Fastback says, if Dreadpool loves you, Deathdealer, he would have bought you the collection.
I think she already has it, right?
Yeah, I do have the collection. He said I already bought it.
Yeah,
away.
he probably bought it. He probably bought it back in the day when it first came out too.
That's the thing. I know he did. I do remember him being so happy because he knows I enjoyed the games, and he was like, "I got these. Guess what they released on the X?" You know, and I was like,
Yeah, it came out.
Okay.
It came out in May or something, 2019, like May or June or something like that. Because like I said, I could not wait for it to come out. I said, I'm just waiting. Some dude says 2 more hours to come out.
I just didn't know there was a rewind function in it. I'll have
Oh, it's awesome.
go back and play. And now that I know it's there, I'll have to idolize that sucker for sure.
Dougie, I have a question off topic.
Yes. No. Uh-oh. What we got?
Are you Team Tribal Chief Roman Reigns? Or are you a Cody Crybaby?
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't watch much wrestling these days, but I will say, I mean, I'm not ever cheering for any of those roads. I didn't like Dusty, if you will. I didn't like Dustin. He sucked. Gold Dusts. That guy, you know, or the natural Dustin Rhodes. He stunk no matter what he was playing. And Cody, yeah, you're a crybaby. I don't really, like I said, I don't watch wrestling these days, but you're a punk just like the rest of them roads. So I don't know. Like, who's he facing at WrestleMania this weekend? Who's he got? The Rock? Is he facing The Rock?
No, Cody Rhodes is facing off against the Tribal Chief.
I don't think The Rock
acknowledge
anymore,
him.
dude.
Put your finger up, doggy, and acknowledge Roman Reigns.
I don't know what that is.
I think
You gotta put your finger up and acknowledge the Tribal Chief.
That's who I'm going for, though. That's who I'm going for.
I'm pretty sure The Rock retired from wrestling. Only maybe done 1 or 2 matches.
What? The Rock is the final boss this year at WrestleMania.
I
I
thought he
was
retired from wrestling because he was doing the acting thing, and they didn't want him to like break his face or something.
He owns part of WWE.
He sits on the board now.
Yeah.
PKO or something like that.
Maybe I'm just confusing him with somebody else. I could have sworn that he was taking a step back from wrestling to focus on like the acting and family and stuff. I
don't think he's wrestled in a long time. I just think isn't he right? I just think he's doing something at WrestleMania, of course, to, you know, why not? You know, Rock is running the WWE. Okay. Cool.
Now I'm confused. Is it since McMahon wasn't really running it. It was Triple H running things. So what?
Triple H, but
Triple H is
he left
out now. I think all those guys are, because I know the McMahons are gone.
I'm gonna have to like look this up again because
all the McMahons are gone, and that was Stephanie's husband, and I'm sure he was running a lot of it. But I'm sure when those new people came in, he doesn't have the same job.
He still has a lot of
I think I think he was running it up until recently with that whole McMahon scandal that's going on with him being sued. I guess I don't know if there's being charges brought, but I know he's being sued.
It doesn't matter if he gets sued; he's gonna just
he don't care. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah.
But yeah.
I'm not sure what
Anyways,
the whole story is with that, but yeah, Brock's part of it, and I thought I heard he's wrestling at WrestleMania. So
he is.
yeah,
He
cool.
is.
That's cool. So
Yep.
Rock's awesome. He was the best when he was the corporate Rock, when he was part of Mr. McMahon's corporation. That was awesome back in
He's the
90s.
same.
I liked
You
his
remember
villain. I liked
Hollywood
his
Rock?
heel era. I
Right,
enjoyed
that's
his
what I'm
heel
saying.
era
When
a
he was
lot.
the heel Hollywood Rock.
Yeah, he
Do
was
you
he's back being the heel.
smell-
the corporate Rock, and he had the
He's not
corporate
being corporate,
eyebrow.
but he's being the
and he-
heel right now.
He raised the
Oh,
corporate
I
elbow,
love that.
the corporate eyebrow, and he had the corporate elbow. I love that.
Oh God, he was so funny back then. Do you smell?
Oh no, I'm lost. You folks be like, yeah, oh no, Pixel Slapper. We'll get back on video games.
Okay, yeah, okay.
We're done.
Yeah,
We're done.
that's what I'm
We're
saying.
done.
I don't even. Yeah, I don't watch wrestling anymore. I've watched it since the Attitude Era. So yeah.
All right, sorry, had to take it off the rails. That was my fault. All right, so again, I'm gonna try to make it through this, but I make no promises.
I have faith.
So the game that I'm going to talk about is I'm gonna mute myself here for a second.
Oh no! Oh, what a great game.
Ooh, I know what this one is.
Yeah.
It's none other than the first game I ever beat on the Nintendo and the first game I ever played, Mega Man 2. If it wasn't for Mega Man 2, I probably wouldn't be a console gamer.
Ooh.
Really?
This game is what made me want to play video games. This robot is one of the all-time greatest creations of mankind. Shout out to Capcom for putting this great game out. Not only was the game great, but you got to steal everybody's powers.
Mhm.
You got to hear an amazing soundtrack,
Yes.
and it was unforgiving. Like everything was trying to kill you, and you were either going to make it through or you were going to die.
Right.
And sometimes the best option was to just die. I mean, I'm just being honest here,
Yep.
because you would get stuck. You would get stuck. And of course, the epic boss music that comes with it, right? Yeah, let me start it up here.
Oh, I didn't say hi to Jacob.
Yes. And Jingo Kukin says, Mega Man is hard AF. Just go back and play it now.
Oh, man,
I
I'm
actually have
telling
beat this
you.
game almost. I beat this game maybe every other year. I love this game.
It's more frustrating now than it used to be. Like those parts, like where like they'd have it'd have disappearing platforms, and they'd be in like a timed order.
Yeah, you think
It
Hitman.
gets so frustrating,
Hitman.
man.
Nah, easy. Just jump at the right time. Yeah, and of course I played this on the Wily Wars, the 16-bit version on my Sega Genesis. It's actually harder because the hitboxes are bigger. You thought it was hard before. Just wait. And of course, in my opinion, the best soundtrack here, Woodman, with the drums that start up on his. I always imagine they're drums.
Let's do it.
Right. I mean, come on, guys. It has one of the most iconic soundtracks of all time. With one of the most iconic levels. One of the most iconic characters. It's. I don't know anybody who hasn't played Mega Man 2 yet. Maybe DeathDealer has it, but we'll find out here.
No,
But yeah, I love this game more than I love any other NES game. And I love a lot of NES games, but this one just keeps holding that special spot in my heart. Every year, nonstop. I just can't get over it. And I will just jump into my game room every now and again, and it's probably this game that I'm going to play. Just shooting now, Mega Man 2. I actually own all of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on the NES, and I cannot wait to play it again. And just watching this makes me want to play it. Get frustrated.
Right.
Get my frustration on. So yeah, DeathDealer, Mega Man 2.
Yeah, I played them. I played actually, I think most of the Mega Man games. Well, when I was younger, I played a lot of the Mega Man games. I liked it. I'll be honest. I think if I went to go try and play it now, there's no way I could probably beat this game anymore, or any of them for that matter. I don't think. I'm so out of practice with these particular types of games. But it was a lot of fun. Mega Man was one of my favorites when I was younger. Um, so I actually had the nickname Mega Man when I used to play soccer. So I was the only girl on a boys' soccer team, so hence the term Mega Man. But yeah, he's always been one of my favorites. I like
Nice.
him. And I like the cartoon version, the cartoon show too. I don't know if anybody remembers watching that, but I did.
Mine did have a cartoon. Yep.
He did. have a
Cartoon was awesome, dude.
Right.
Man,
Yeah.
they need to bring that back on TV. On a
Absolutely.
site somewhere.
No problems with that. Yeah. Great. Yeah, it's a great idea.
Yes. And of course, loading up probably the greatest sound, the most recognizable soundtrack right now is Dr. Wily's Level 1.
Oh yes.
That one is probably the most recognizable soundtrack here. Do you mind if I play it real quick, Doggy, before we talk to you?
Go ahead. Play all the songs as far as I'm concerned. Yeah.
Here we go. Love it. Love it.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
Dun, dun.
man.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know it, Doggy.
Woo.
Doggy, talk
Yeah.
to us about Mega Man 2.
Oh man, what can I add? Like you said, one of the most iconic soundtracks. Gosh, this is another game we just played a million times. We actually own this one. Wow. I don't know if I like this one or Mega Man 3 better. Like, I give them kind of maybe a tie because they both had their own thing. You know, Big Man 3 had Rush Dog, so kind of had a little different thing to it. But how could you go wrong with these? Like you said, I got that Mega Man collection on my Xbox. This makes me want to go play again. But kind of like DeathDealer was saying, like, I'll be out of practice, and this could be this was tough unless you just played it over and over. Just even stuff like that, like make those platforms. Man, it was so rewarding when you got through stuff. It was so fun, man. Like I said, more rewarding, fun. Classic, everything about this. Dr. Light, you are the man. Thank you for creating our iconic hero. And yeah, thank you, Capcom. You bad boys.
Oh, I love this part with the freaking
Oh,
dragon.
Yeah,
Oh
and this,
my
yeah,
God.
Wily's Castle. Yeah. That part's cool. So much iconic gameplay today.
Yes. And then the part that gets to me, though, like, I have beat every Mega Man except 7. For some reason, I cannot beat 7. I get to the last boss, and I just cannot beat him. And I'm like, why can I not beat him? Like, it frustrates me that I cannot beat him. I probably tried for like a good month recently, like a year ago or 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And I could not beat Mega Man 7's last boss. Like, I got to the last boss with like in a week, right? And so for the whole rest of the month, it was just playing the same boss over and over and over again, and I couldn't get him. And I'm like, I don't get it.
No.
So the only Mega Man I've been in 1 through 11, except for 7. So yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
But still, how many people can say they've done that, right?
Right, yeah. Yep. Not
Yeah.
high.
So yeah, I don't know. Anyways, let's check in with the chat.
It's entertaining for sure. Ed Dreadful says Mega Man was a ripoff of RoboCop.
Whatever. He came way before RoboCop.
He does this on purpose. I don't think he actually believes that. I'm pretty sure he's doing it to mess with me because most of the time because if you guys aren't aware out there in the audience, my husband's Greek. So he likes to tell me that, oh, the Greeks invented that. Oh, the Greeks did it first. Oh, we're the reason you guys have this. Oh, we did that. And I'm like, would you stop? Not everything's from the Greeks. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes to tell me that, oh, this person's a ripoff of that, just to mess with me because he knows it irritates me.
The big
Django
lot.
says,
The big
Deadpool, he was the Big Lots version.
That's right. RoboCop is
You
the Big Lots
guys, he
version.
wasn't the Mega Man was not the Big Lots ripoff of RoboCop. Mega Man did not
No,
have a
RoboCop was the
story.
Big Lots version.
Yeah, RoboCop was the Big Lots version, if anything,
Yeah.
because Mega Man didn't have a sad background story. He was just literally like created. Like that's
That's
it.
right.
He wasn't a person who got, somewhat slaughtered and put into a machine. He was born into the machine. So totally different. And he's a well-adjusted kid. He's a kid, not an adult, a child. Just saying. Just saying. They're different. Totally different. And Django says, I love the Mega Man franchise, but Mega Man X is even more my jam, honestly. Okay.
Yes, X is great. Great games there too. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Shout out to Splendiferous. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. Take it away, DeathDealer.
I call the old gangs here. Oh, I see all the old gangs here. Sorry.
What's up, Splendiferous? What's up, brother? Thanks for joining.
Cindy. He says, hey, Deathy Wethy. Hey, Cindy. My
Isn't it
darling.
Splendy Wendy or something like that?
Yes, it's supposed to be Splendy Wendy, my darling.
Or yeah, Splenda or something like that. Isn't that what Eternal calls him? Splenda.
Yeah, he calls him something like you cheap sugar Splenda or
Yeah,
imitation
Splenda.
sugar.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
You imitation sugar.
And Splendifer says Mega Man was very frustrated.
Ooh.
Maybe, I don't know. I think he's too young to be that kind of frustrated. I'm just saying.
Look at this baloney. The Greeks did not invent the color blue.
Would you? You see, I told you he does it with me just to mess with me. Mega Man is blue, just like Greek colors, sir. You know you're wrong. You know you're wrong. Infestex says RoboCop was bought for $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
Buy that for $1. Yeah.
And my little Splendy says, just tell him who educated the Greeks. Yeah, I had that conversation. It was laying out to the other day. I was like, listen here, you Turk or Persian infiltrated Greek. Let's be honest. Blonde, blue eyes were supposed to be the original Greeks. A lot of them have dark hair, dark eyes now, and tans. I'm just saying. Just saying. Greeks got a lot of things from everybody. All right, Django says, Jetpool, we got them go with the RoboCop ripoff talk. Yes. Doing a great job with that one. All right, I'll be right back. He's home in the house, so if you just give me a second, I'll leave the mic on.
Don't mute the mic. Don't mute
Oh
the
no,
mic.
I'll leave the mic on. I'll be right back.
I want to hear this.
I'm coming for that ass, bro. He's playing, dude.
I'm just listening.
Yeah.
All right, moving along. The Z Fold isn't me. Z Fold
I know
4 isn't
we
me. I want it so bad.
Yeah, that phone looks cool. That looks
Yeah,
like a
it
cool
looks so
phone.
good. Yeah.
My clumsy ass will probably break it somehow, but looks like a cool phone.
I didn't finish.
I would never hurt him.
I don't think you could. He's so much larger than you.
Is that a challenge? Are you challenging me?
You can't hurt him. He's Greek.
Bigger than him.
That's right.
You
If you
can't hurt him.
invented pain, he'll be like, Greeks invented pain.
Right. We invented invincibility. You're not hurting me.
Yeah.
Should be told I prefer to throw chicken nuggets at him. It's funnier that way.
Oh my goodness. Let's see.
Splendifer says, yes, you can call me Splendy. See? Slendy, Slendy, Randy. Slendy says, we won't talk about Eternal Headache.
Yes. Amazing. All right, guys. Thank you so much for that. That was my pick, Mega Man 2. We're on to Doggy's last pick. Doggy, take it away, buddy.
Okay, man. You know what they say. You know what they say. We're saving the best for last. The best game on the NES. If I was on an island and I had the NES sitting there in one game, what am I going with? Super Mario Brothers 3, baby. That's right. The best game to grace the NES. We all know that. We can all agree with that. We all know that. This is how it is. No, this game was it was so anticipated. It even came out with a full feature film. We all know what that is, right? The Wizard, right? Even before the game came out, promoting the game. That's how big it was. But yeah, I remember just the excitement level for this game was just off the chain, and it did not disappoint. That's everything about it. Where do I start? Okay, like the awesome suits. You got the Super Leaf. I call it the raccoon suit, but actually
it's the Tanuki suit.
No, the Tanuki suit's a different suit. The Tanuki's the one where you turn into a statue.
No, the Tanuki suit is the full raccoon suit.
See, wait,
so you get the raccoon tail, and then they have the Tanuki
that's the Super
suit.
Leaf, right? Yeah, and the Tanuki. Yeah,
it's the whole raccoon.
Yes, okay, but they both can fly. One can turn into a statue and avoid being hurt.
See, like right now, he is in just the raccoon tail.
Yeah, raccoon guy. Yeah, raccoon.
Yeah, but when he's the full, like head to toe covered, he's in the Tanuki suit.
Yeah, Tanuki. And Tanuki, yeah, he comes a little later in the day.
Yeah, he comes later.
But yeah, but you can turn a little statue. Yeah, frog suit was cool. Can't remember if there's any other suits. It was cool how it had the little item bar that you could use when if you picked up extra stuff. You know, that was cool. Items, cool items you could pick up. The P-Wing was so helpful. The warp whistle. Of course, then we go into that maps. Is the first Mario game that had like maps where you could just go to the levels and stuff. There was little card games, the little match in the card game you could play. There was the little mushroom house where you could match up the 3 levels and get lives or pick chests or whatever. You know, it's just so much fun. But the worlds, like all the worlds were cool. Like here we got giant world, and there was you're above the clouds, you're below the sea. Just this game had everything. It was perfect. If you didn't like this game, you're a complete stick in the mud, and don't ever talk to me ever again. I'm just kidding. But yeah, this game didn't disappoint in any way. There was nothing it didn't do better than any of the predecessors. There's nothing this game hasn't done better than any Mario game since. This is the best Mario game ever and the best game on the Nintendo. And prove me wrong if you feel otherwise, because you're going to be wrong.
DeathDealer, take it away.
I honestly think this might be one of the first ones where you actually had continuances too. So that was always cool because you had continuances when you didn't make your lives last very long.
Right. If you died, like say you died in World 6, right? If you died, it would just send you back to the beginning of the map and it'd fill the levels back in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep. You're right. Yeah. It did do that.
It didn't give you the exact, it wouldn't start you at the exact same point, but at least you wouldn't have to go back to the beginning of the game and beat all of them again. It would just give you that particular world you'd have to start again. And you had the opportunity to gain multiple extra lives. And I do believe this was also one of the ones that had a cheat code for you to get like a ton of lives in it. Just like there were a few, well, they've always had hidden levels in these games, I guess. So that's not really anything new. But yeah, this is one of my favorite Mario games for sure. It was, I spent way too much time playing this, probably way too much.
Me too. Right.
It's like, you guys want to go out? It's Friday. Let's go to the movies. And be like, no, I'm playing Mario. Y'all are going to have to go without me. Enjoy. I got better things to do. I don't need to go hang out with my friends.
I remember the ad to this game was like the world turned into like a giant Mario. Like, because people were holding up signs and stuff, and as they zoomed out, like it captured the whole planet, and like it was just one giant Mario symbol.
Yeah.
So that was awesome.
Wow, that's good memory there. I forgot about that. Man. Yeah, this game.
This game is amazing. Like, this is, to me, this is my favorite Mario game of all time.
Yes.
It introduced the overworld layout that's still present
Yep.
today.
Yep.
It introduced the suits as power-ups instead of just like random flowers giving you just firepower. It would be like the whole suit turns you into a frog or turns you into a tanuki, which has continued on into other games, right? So, I mean, it is just an amazing game, memorable soundtrack, probably one of the best soundtracks of all time.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was just like, I can't think of a single negative thing to say about Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah.
Because it was perfection. Like, if you wanted to play NES perfection at the time, this was it.
Yep.
This was platforming at its peak.
Mm-hmm.
I remember doing the what do you call them? The ships?
Yeah, the ships were awesome too. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, beating
were
these
awesome.
little bosses was so fun. I used to love
Right.
these guys. 'Cause it's like all you gotta do is jump on them like 3 times and they're done. I miss those bosses.
All right, look at
Yeah.
that. The little card game has appeared, but it's
The
guarded
card
by
game,
this
the
guy.
In-Spade. That's what it was called. In-Spade. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, too, I believe when you get to the desert world,
Level 2.
yeah, you can a tornado, a sandstorm will actually
Right. Yeah.
come and take you and put you. Yeah, I remember that too. That was the first time they did that. In these
Yeah.
games,
The
too.
tornado would take you and throw you part of the way across the level and stuff. And it had the sun, and he would try and come down and get you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dang,
we
this
played
guy's
this so
good.
many
Way better than I
times.
was at this.
We played this so many times. We could do that. Oh my gosh, we played through this so many times. We had those. There was like, I think there was 6 or 9 different possibilities of those In-Spade games.
I was gonna say
We
I
had
think
them memorized.
Yeah.
We knew them like we were so. My gosh, we played this so many
I
times.
didn't even think.
Oh,
we
I
were
did this one all the time.
Oh,
I was
this.
so
Yeah,
good at this
these
one.
were so. Yeah, these were pretty easy. Yeah.
I was so good at this one. Yeah. Yeah, great game. Great game. And I think that's what made Mario Brothers 3 so good, is because it was games within games,
Mhm.
and themes. Like, it wasn't like, like Super Mario Brothers 1, you had 3 levels that were in theme, right?
Mhm.
Level 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. Level 2, 1, 2, 2, 2,
Yeah.
3.
Right.
And this one, you had like 8.
Mhm.
8 that you could clear the whole map, or you could skip around. It didn't matter.
Mhm. Yeah, you could
Right.
make it over to one of those little tubes and skip like 4 worlds and go straight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there's the warp whistles in this one too.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, you got to find those. Yeah, this game was almost perfection. I mean,
Yeah.
I think the only thing that might be, and Splendiferous actually made a comment about it, and he said that I think the only thing he can say he didn't like about it is the color palette. Maybe. Oh no, sorry, it was Django that said that. Django said it.
I mean,
The color palette is more dull than some of the other Mario games.
it's
but
definitely
also
more dull than like Super Mario 2 was.
But I think
Yeah,
that
I
also has to do with the TVs and stuff and the technology we were allowed, what was available back then. The colors just weren't what they are today. I mean,
Excuse me.
you got to admit, when you look at, if you even take away how clear things are recorded and things like that and placed on TVs, the color is much more vibrant than something from 1992. I mean, so it could be that. Maybe it might have been brighter when we were looking at it on, an big old gigantic box TV. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
Who knows? But yeah, this is quite possibly one of the greatest games ever.
oh, it is. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Let's check in with the chat.
Fastback says Mario 3. Yeah. And Splendiferous says Devil Dragon 2 The Revenge.
Yeah, that was featured.
Yep, that was one of the picks.
that was
Sorry.
featured here earlier. Yep.
If you were here earlier.
Yeah, that was my pick. One of my picks earlier today. See, now he's in the full suit. Do you see it, doggy?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Now he's in the
This is what-
Tanuki suit.
he didn't even
Right.
need to run. He could just fly, right? Like
Yeah, he
No,
could-
no, you're
he
thinking the
could
power
fly.
P. You're thinking
Oh
Power-
yeah,
power
the
P.
P-wing, the P-wing, you just
P-wing.
take off and your that P meter was always full, so you could just like I always save those to World 8 and I'd fly over those stupid battleships. Those battleships in the last world, in Bowser's Castle world, those things were tough. Like the so I'd save my P-wings for those and I'd just fly over them. Sometimes you would fly too high and go like too far and it would kill you.
Mhm.
You guys ever have that happen? Like you fly,
You go out of
know,
bounds.
No,
and
you had
no,
to be
never
kind of,
happened.
you had to be careful not to go too
yeah,
crazy.
if you
with
go
the
out of
P-wing.
bounds, it wouldn't give
Yeah,
you a warning.
so-
Like, go back down. Just be like, nope.
I can't remember how I used to do that. I think if
With
you
the
wanted
Tanuki
to
suit,
beat
I
it,
think if you held down and like B or something, you would turn to
you turn into a
stone.
statue, and they couldn't hurt you for. He would stay that way
Yeah.
for a little bit, and nothing could touch you. All the enemies would go through you, but it only stayed like that for like a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Tanuki suit was the ultimate because he could fly too. But then again, he was invincible,
Mhm.
Yes.
and he just looked really cool. On top of that,
Let's see.
Lindy says, Freaky suit. He had a tail, man. Where did he attach it to make it stick out?
he became one with it.
Said
Yeah.
that.
Became one with it.
The same of the pound.
Who came one with it?
My darling husband says, furry suit before furries were a thing.
Who would have thought that
Maybe
Mario
that's
would have
where
brought out the
furries got the
perversion in our
idea
chat?
Right.
Maybe that's where furries got their idea from in the first place, was watching Mario turn into these animals in suits. Oh, there's the P. There's the P. Oh, okay. Diego says, yeah, the TV ad for this game was awesome, Axel. And he says again, yeah, my favorite Mario game as well still to this day. Makes sense. Cindy says, Yoshi is the greatest.
Oh, yeah, Yoshi's
I
awesome.
love Yoshi. I also like the little sound that he makes. I always found that so cute. Oh God, I miss
Sorry,
it.
this made me laugh.
And Cindy says, why was it called AP meter? He was supercharging his Peter that made him fly.
Yeah, you get it supercharged, you start flapping around, you fly. Yeah,
Let me tell you,
yeah.
Makes sense.
Flap your Peter, take off.
gotta charge up the P meter. That's right, the power meter.
Mhm.
You have the power meter, and then it gets to the P, so you can fly. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Okay, great choice, Doggy. That was a fantastic pick.
Oh, there was 9 great picks. Those were like all like classic, awesome stuff, and it was cool watching the gameplay too. Makes me want to go back and play those games. Like, great picks, everybody, and the chat too. The chat had some awesome ones up in there too. So
Mhm. Yeah.
you guys brought up ones that we either didn't think of or wanted to use, and we were limited to just 3 each. So
Absolutely.
we'll definitely have to. We'll have to do another one. We'll have to do another one of these. We'll have to,
Yeah, we're gonna have to do it number 2.
Oh yeah. for
because
sure.
it was tough
NES
to just
games
pick
number 2.
3. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was tough to pick just 3.
Yeah, but if Doggy didn't pick Super Mario Brothers 3, I was gonna pick it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
same
I think
here. I was gonna
we
pick
would
it
all
too until I
pick
saw it.
exactly. That's, yeah. That could have just
Dang it.
been the community one for the last round if we had to do it that way.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
With that being said, I think we can go ahead and get out of here as I'm not feeling well. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that.
Oh no, thank you for
But we still
helping
wouldn't
it
be
out.
able to be here, guys. We wouldn't be able to do this show if it wasn't for you guys, the chat. And that's why you guys, the chat, will always be the MVP to any of the shows we have here on the Iconic Video Games channel. Hope you guys have a wonderful Friday night. I'm Axel1324.
I'm DeathDealer85.
And I'm Doggy Dog 420.
We'll catch you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.